I'm coming home soon. Do you need me to pick up something from the supermarket on my way home?
There's something I want to talk to you about when you get home. It's important.
What is it? Does something happen?
I only ask for one thing, and it's that I stop being a housewife for our family. I also have no intention of continuing my relationship with you. I have no faith in our marriage. The last 10 years being married to you was not a happy time for me. I'm going to concentrate on finding my own happiness now. I hope that you'll find happiness too. I won't sue you for the emotional abuse you put me through over the years. But please do one thing for me. Please take good care of our children. That's all I ask. Goodbye.
Okay.
Huh? Is that all you have to say to me? Look how much I wrote, and all you can say to me is okay? I put a lot of thought into what I was going to say to you. You're always so cold to me. You're a terrible husband.
What do you want me to say? This isn't the first time you said something like this to me. I'm sick and tired of you jerking me around like this. If this is what you want, I won't stop you.
Don't give up on us so easily. Don't you have any feelings left for me? You're not going to stop me from leaving you. Does marriage mean nothing to you?
Look, what do you want me to say? If you want to divorce me, I can't stop you. This is not the first time that you try to divorce me over chat. What is it that you're looking for?
I want you to stop me from leaving you. That's what you want too, right? I know you still love me.
I don't want to continue this conversation with you. I'm sick and tired of you stirring things up between us. In fact, I want to divorce you. You were right. The last 10 years hasn't been fun for me either. I want out.
How can you say that to me? Aren't you my husband? Stop playing games and ask me to come back to you.
What are you trying to do? Why do you want to make things so complicated? This is the first time that you said that you wanted to leave the kids, too. If you weren't being serious, you shouldn't have said such a thing about our children. That's sick.
I wasn't kidding. I had to say that in order for you to take me seriously.
I tried to take you seriously at first, but you like to make things so difficult for me. You've been acting crazy like this for the past 6 months, and I'm tired of it. Now you've convinced me that leaving you might be the better option for me. I'm prepared to end our marriage.
Prepared? Prepared for what?
I'm getting ready to divorce you. You've been asking me for months now to leave you, and I'm finally going ahead with it. I don't want to go back and forth with our decision.
Well, it's not an easy decision to make. If you asked me not to leave you, I'd reconsider.
Are you home right now?
I'm not. I'm not coming home until you apologize to me.
What do I need to apologize for?
Your behavior. Even if it's your fault, you try to blame it all on me.
I'd apologize if I thought that it was my fault. But this time, I don't think I've done anything wrong. It took me a long time for me to get the kids to go to sleep yesterday, but did you have to get so angry about something so small? If you're so good with the kids, couldn't you have tucked them in yourself?
I want a little more help from you. Just because I'm good at something doesn't mean that I have to do everything on my own. It's not fair. That's what I call emotional abuse.
You say that you're doing everything by yourself, but all you do is cook. You don't even work.
Are you making fun of the fact that I don't work? I'm busy too, you know.
I'm sure that you are. You take care of the kids and pick them up from school every day, so I'm grateful that you take such good care of the kids, but I also want you to understand that I work really hard too. And when I come home tired from work, you expect me to bathe the kids, clean the house, do the laundry, and vacuum? It's too much for me. And when you don't get what you want, or if things don't go your way, you storm out of the house and start sending me threatening chat messages. How do you think that makes me feel? That's why I decided that the next time this happens, I'm leaving you for good.
Are you being serious right now? You're divorcing me? You can't live without me. Apologize to me now and I'll forgive you. If you beg me to come back to you, I'll do it.
I'm home now.
Are you listening to me?
You left the kids unattended?
Don't bring the kids into this. This is between us. Now listen to me.
What if they were hurt? You're so irresponsible. Helen is only 3 years old.
Sean is already in elementary school. He's old enough to take care of his little sister.
What if they'd gotten injured? They can't take themselves to the hospital. What if a stranger comes by the house and they're kidnapped? Did you consider these things before leaving them by themselves?
Don't try to change the subject by making it all about our kids. What about me and my needs?
I've always prioritized your needs, but not anymore. I've had enough.
What do you mean you've had enough? You should be begging for my forgiveness.
I'm not gonna do that. Please, sign the divorce papers. You don't need to come home.
What? How can you say that to me? You can't kick me out of my own house.
Well, you're the one that left. You've been running away from home at least once a week for most of the year now. Did you think that I didn't know what you've been doing on those days that you weren't home?
What are you talking about?
You didn't think I was smart enough to figure out where you were, doing what? I know everything, so you can't deny it.
Huh? I don't understand what this is about.
You know what I'm talking about. Stop bluffing. Who is he, by the way?
Who is who? What man are you referring to?
Don't pretend that you don't know what I'm talking about. This is your opportunity to leave me for good and be with the other guy out in the open. You don't need to keep it a secret anymore. You were just using me to make me look like the bad guy.
I have no idea what you're talking about. If you're leaving me, you'd better pay me alimony and child support payments.
Yeah, whatever. I saw this coming.
What? You'd better pay up.
I've already discussed it with my lawyer. They told me that I have no obligation to pay you any alimony. You're the one that cheated on me, so you owe me alimony.
What are you talking about? You're the one that asked for the divorce. If you want me to say yes, then you should pay me alimony.
I have a record of all of our chat history. The ones where you repeatedly asked me for a divorce. I can print them and hand them to the court at any time.
Is that a threat?
It's proof that I wasn't the one that asked for a divorce first. Not that I need that proof. Since you're the one that's having an affair, you can't get away with not paying me any alimony.
But what about the emotional abuse that you put me through? Things were hard for me too, you know. I didn't sue you for the emotional abuse because I didn't want our children to think any less of you. And you're going to sue me for cheating on you? It's not fair. I'm not going to pay you any money.
Well, you don't have a choice if the court orders you to do so. I also know that you've been stealing money from my bank account and transferring the money into your own.
I don't know what you're talking about. It must be some sort of mistake.
You've been taking out small accounts over the course of months. I'm onto you. I saved up that money before we got married, so it's not yours to take. I'm gonna have to ask you to pay me back for that as well.
Why do I need to do that? Besides, I only took the money to pay for stuff that our kids needed. You didn't give me enough of it to live off of.
I can't believe you would say that because you also took plenty from my main account where my salary is paid. I'm sure that you took the money so that you can use it after you divorce me.
I didn't think we'd be getting divorced so soon. I'm going to ask you to pay me child support payments. That's the least you can do for me.
I'll be more than happy to pay the child support payments if you're gonna take good care of our children. I felt obliged to give you child support payments, and I was more than willing to pay until I found out tonight that you left the kids home alone, unattended. Your parenting is reckless. I don't think you care about them. All you care about is yourself.
How the hell can you say that to me?
If you cared about them, you wouldn't leave a 3-year-old and a 7-year-old at home alone. You didn't even lock the door! Do you know how dangerous that is?
That's because
I don't want to hear any more of your excuses.
I'm not making excuses.
They sound like excuses to me. There's no good reason for leaving your 2 young children unattended. You said so yourself at the start of this conversation. You want the kids to be taken care of, so I'll do what you ask me to. They'll be happy with me. I have one thing to ask of you as well. Please divorce me!
Karen rushed home, but Ryan had already left the house with his 2 kids to go see his parents. Ryan took a few days off work and discussed with his parents about the next steps after his divorce from his wife, Karen. Karen came over to her parents-in-law's place and brought her 2 parents with her. They tried to get the children to come home with Karen, but failed miserably. Ryan told everyone about how Karen had cheated on him and tried to blame the reason for divorce on him. Karen's father slapped his daughter's face in anger. Karen's parents apologized to Ryan profusely for their daughter's terrible behavior. But Ryan had already made up his mind about the divorce, and he began the process with the help from his lawyer. He plans on suing Karen's lover as well. It seemed that Karen's lover was also married, so things were going to get ugly. All we hope for is that Sean and Helen still grow up to be happy despite their parents' divorce.